Well, good morning and welcome to this channel, Ag Life. Just going through this morning what we do here on the farm first thing in the morning. It's currently around 7 o'clock. As you can see, I've just started to feed the weanlings here. You can see here we have two meal bins, one with a ration and one with a nut. This is your Kieran Millen Weanling Champion ration. It's very good, so I'm told. And also here is our Kieran Millen also buffalo beef nut. Basically, we give them a mixture of those. You see they're kind of happy out there. Not until we refill the bin there before Christmas. After that, we added in the buffalo beef. Before that, it was just Weanling Champion they're on. Just want to transition them. Buffalo beef usually give to our 2-year-olds up there. We'll give them in a minute. But they all seem happy out. But what we do here on the farm is we usually just put in a bale once a day. Try and keep waste down as much as we can. So that's what we try to do. You can see we also have a few more calves over here. These calves are a bit younger since they're only born there beginning of June. Oh, you can see they're coming on to big. Not bad for a 6-month-old calf. They've only been weaned there about six weeks ago, maybe. So they're doing fairly well. So I'm just giving them Weanling Champion separately. So yeah, what we usually do now is, as I said, it's around 7 o'clock. You get up in the morning, you give them their meal, push in the silage, make sure they eat it down as much as possible. After that, maybe around 10 or 11 o'clock, my dad might come out and shove it in, and I'm farming alongside him. And then maybe around lunchtime, maybe half 12, 1 o'clock, once everything is down and finished, we'll put in a new bale, well, reasonably finished. We put in a fresh bale and toss it out, and then feed the other animals that we have down the road. We have only 2 animals out. Sorry, I forgot where I was there. I nearly had the book broken on me. That's what it says. We don't come out around half 12, 1 o'clock. We put in a fresh bale and then feed the other animals we have out. We have still out. We have a bull and a heifer out. And then around 6 o'clock again, we'll push it in a bit further, and then just before we go to bed, we'll push it in some more. I know for some people it might seem a bit excessive, but try to cut down the waste as much as we can. And we got our silage tested, and it was over 70 DMD, so we really have to give them a small bit of nut just to keep them up. And if we have good quality silage like we do at the moment, should be very little to no waste. So even though it's only a small amount of nut, still should do the world of good. Right, so once I have these fellas fed, I'll push in all the silage, and when heading back to before I head back to the house, I can show you, or when I head back to the house, I'll show you the book with containing all the different types of feed provided by the place that we go to, and I'll just show you some of the ingredients that are in it. Okay. So while I'm waiting for these ladies to finish, so I can push in the silage, I might as well tell you what we do here on this farm. So we're mainly a suckler herd, and we rear our calves to it's either 1 or 2 years old, depending on what space we have, and then we usually sell them on to in the mart or privately. At the moment we're not selling to the factories just because the money's not in it, and you're looking at a nice meal bin every week if you were to want to get them into the right body score and fat and get them a nice grade so you get a nice bonus. Here we also have sheep. We obviously put them in lamb, have them, send to the factory, get a few pounds for them. The usual crack. Yeah, so we do have 1 or 2 horses as well. That's all. Jobs that we've been doing on the farm. We're in the process of doing some land reclamation. We got a ditch took out there along by one of the big fields. I can show you that at a later date. I want to kind of get tidied up and maybe get some drainage done. Found a few pipes coming out of it, so I'll show you that at a later date. And yeah, just fencing. I'm trying to improve the farm now this year and improve the performance of the cattle and maybe get them a bit tidied up. Yeah, so these are finished and I'll push it in and I'll go back to the house. As I said, I'll show you a brochure of the meal that we're feeding them and the contents. Okay. Right, just before I head back to the house, people have asked me, why do I leave a radio on in the shed? Some people say I'm mad, but what I do is I find that cattle, when they're in the shed and they're hearing all different voices, when you have a vet come or you have someone come looking at the cattle, they'll be used to all different voices and they'll be quieter. That's what we have found in the past anyway. So we usually have on is maybe Shannon's side and news talk. Say music wouldn't be that good to relax animals unless it's kind of like classical music, but sometimes you just have to put on Shannon's side for the music. I know I'm sick of listening to Breithick and COVID, so I have to give them a break too. Also we have just a night light here we shoved in. That's mainly for when cows are calving. We have a little camera there so you can look down on the 2 creep areas. We have it there so we can see without actually turning on the light on the camera and startling the cow. So I just would want to put them under extra stress, if that makes any sense to anyone. But that's just our logic to the madness. So yeah, now I'm off. I'm going to go up and show you this brochure and I'll end the video at that. Alright.